So we're going to go to a man now that has over 40 years of experience of driving on snow and ice. My forecasting partner, Chief Forecaster David Tillman, here with a few tips in case you do have to travel out in this hazardous weather. David?
Yeah, Travis, been doing it since a teenager, about 15 years old or so. So I've learned a thing or two about driving in the snow. So let's talk about it right now. Probably the smartest thing you can do in the situation, especially if you're not used to driving in the snow, is not to go ahead and stay home. If you do know how to drive in the snow and you don't have to be out there, you might want to stay home anyway, because you just never know if that person next to you has driving skills or has a vehicle that's in good enough shape to not spin out if it gets a little bit close to you. And that brings us to point number 2 here. Stay far away from other vehicles if you have to be out there driving. Never drive next to somebody, because you just never know when your car is going to go into a spin and spin into them, or their car is going to go into a spin and spin into you. It's best to be in the middle lane, as far away from everybody as you can get, to keep from unnecessarily running into somebody. As a rule of thumb, drive below 30 miles per hour for snow, drive below 15 miles per hour for ice, and you can adjust this down depending on the situation. You might need to drive even slower than that. Don't over rev your engine and brake very early. Don't wait until the last minute to slam on brakes if you're coming up to an intersection. You want to let off the gas probably halfway up the block, let the vehicle coast almost to a stop, and gently apply the brakes when you get there. One last tip, guys. If you feel that right end coming out, you steer to the right. If you feel the left end coming out, you steer to the left. You basically steer into the direction that you want to go. And as soon as your vehicle begins to correct, you just straighten up the steering wheel and you should be okay.